Hey everyone, Jim T. Graham with RCGroups.com. You're on the Thursday Hangout. We're going early by 4 minutes because everyone here was talking about awesome topics, and I thought it would be better to go slightly early than to miss anything for you, that is. And with us we have John from EagleTree. What's happening, John?
What's happening, guys? Glad to be here.
Based on all our background offices, we're all in the same type of office situation.
We are.
Yeah.
Like planes hanging behind us.
Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right.
And John, you and I, our offices are similar, although yours is more so in the aspect that I'm thinking of. But you have more of certain quantities of things hanging up on the wall there.
Yeah, well, this is my shop where I do a lot of the building and testing. Give you a quick view around. A lot of EagleTree vectors on different types of airframes. Always working on.
Oh, I'm getting sick, brother.
Yeah, finding. I'm running out of space. That's for sure. I'm actually bringing a few old airframes to Joe Nall to try to get rid of. I can move in here a little bit better.
I have issues with I do have larger foam planes, and I just run out of hanging. I have 3 DLGs hanging on top of each other in one area, and I have the big Carbon Z Cub, and then I have literally stacks of planes laying on top of each other on another table.
Yeah, it's funny. I run out of receivers and other parts you need, and then I'll downsize, and I'll have a nice big pile of them. I'm like, oh, I got to buy a plane to put these in.
Or even worse, you start gutting a fully functional, tweaked-out airplane to get the new airplane going, and then you've totally killed a bird that can,
Been there.
I hate it.
Done that.
Used to be I just waited till I crashed them and then took them out, but I don't fly as much as I'd like anymore.
That's when you get enough airplane. When a crash means that you can free up some parts, that means that you've acquired enough airplanes.
Yeah.
So, everyone, it's Thursday, and let's see, it's May 5th. That means that we're going to go to Joe Nall next Tuesday.
Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, my Lord. Is it really Cinco de Mayo?
Come on, brother. Where have you been?
We're not eating Mexican tonight?
It's Thursday. We might as well. Although, I got to say, because I know they don't watch this podcast, you know the guys, Jason, that are always like, hey, Jim Beam, hey, my friend.
Jim Beam.
I'm starting to think those guys are messing with me.
You think?
Well, no, I mean Jason, how you took my own knife off of me at that show. One of those guys, and he's the guy that always is the most friendly. He came up behind me and tried to take my knife from me, and I was like, man, that is so uncool. And they're like, ha, 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 very funny. Jim Beam, they call me, they have a new nickname. It's a guy that carries a big knife. I forget what it is, but anyway.
Paul Hogan?
No, he's Spanish. He's not from the Balby. So anyway, that's an update on Cinco de Mayo. I will go back tonight, and I'll report back next week on how it went.
Good. Oh, we're doing a live podcast from Joe Nall then?
No, a live podcast from Cinco de Mayo at the Mexican restaurant tonight. Where
right.
Instead of going to Joe Nall, I'm having everyone meet me at this Mexican restaurant.
Everybody would be at Joe Nall. Meet there.
Yeah, I say, okay, so I hear what you're saying, Mecca, and you're challenging me. And, no, I'm kidding. I think we should definitely try to do a live podcast out of Joe Nall on Thursday.
I would love that. Sitting around. Should be an evening podcast where we're all sitting around the fire. No. Okay.
You ever done a live broadcast in the evening around the fire?
No, I'm sure it can get out of hand with the subject matter.
It goes south fast.
Okay.
Because you can't control people around the fire, and you just don't know what they might say. It was like the bar at Toledo. Have you watched that footage?
Yeah, we said a few questionable things.
No, we didn't say anything questionable. AD was like following me around saying wildly inappropriate things.
You're going to have that in a bar situation, especially in Toledo.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
So, John, you're headed to Joe Nall, and you said it's only an hour and a half away from you?
Yeah, I'm lucky, man.
I hate you.
Hey, why? A 9-hour drive to Toledo. Yeah, that was no fun, but this is not bad at all.
If we had Triple Tree an hour and a half away, I think we'd be out there once a week.
I don't think they let people out there just all the time. I actually inquired one time a while back. I think they have a club there, but you have to be a member of the club, and it's only certain times.
I think Jim's probably got some sort of status that would let him and anybody in his
password and the
immediate click. Yeah, he's got some sort of handshake, doesn't he?
It's better now. In the early days, I would walk up there and they'd be like, "Okay, why are you here?" But nowadays, they're like, "Hey, RCGroups."
They're like, "Hey, Jim Beam."
Jim Beam, my friend.
And then
take my knife.
Then Pat steals your knife off of you.
Well, we did. I would say more about Joe Nall, but we did a full hangout and podcast about Joe Nall last week, and we got a lot of good response on that. I think. Have you guys? Did anyone actually listen to it after we did it?
Yeah, there was a couple of people. I know a couple of guys on Facebook. They actually said, "Hey, we just listened to this one." They listened to the two podcasts, the Crashcast. Rest in peace, Crashcast, and then they listened to ours, and they said they need more.
They need more information?
Apparently, yeah.
Well, did you see the synopsis? Your friend, Matt Gunn, said, hey, I don't have time to listen to a whole thing about this. Can someone give me a synopsis? Did you read that?
Yeah, then they summed it up with butt powder.
Beer and a scooter.
Butt powder, beer, scooter, and 2 towels. That's the sum up of the entire hour-long podcast. If you need to put it into
the Cliff Notes.
That's it. The Cliff Notes. Yeah, the butt powder is important. Apparently, I've never had the butt powder.
It's gonna be hot. It's supposed to be like upper 90 or upper 80s or something.
Jason must get swamp butt because I've never had that issue.
I, in the past, have had an issue.
Hey, you know, one of the best things, suggestions I saw was in the Joe Nall thread on RCGroups. Somebody said, how about a FM radio station that's constantly giving updates on what's going on? You know, different things going on at the flight line, different specials and stuff. Oh, that was a great idea, but even better would be a Facebook page or something that's updated by somebody saying exactly what's going on at that moment.
Mm-hmm. Or we could just put it in a thread on RCGroups.
As long as there's somebody keep it updated, that'd be awesome as well.
Well, the thing about our stuff is it's, you know, we shoot it while it happens, so we don't tell anyone anything before it happens.
Yeah, but I think people want some notice.
I would like to be the Joe Nall disc jockey. Spinning tunes.
Just show up and say that's what you're there for. Nobody will dispute you. Oh, yeah, we heard about that. Come on up.
If I didn't have to cover the event, I would go in and have that worked out. That would be pretty fun.
Did you guys ever listen to Warbird Radio?
It rings a bell.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's an FM. I think it's Scrabble FM.fm or something like that. But anyway, they play like oldies, like by war bonds type music, cool. You know, like the Andrews Sisters and stuff like that. Anything that's Warbird related from World War II. It's just constantly streaming, and then they do their own podcast, blah, blah, blah. But that would be cool to have that sort of, that theme at Joe Nall for the music. You know, mix it in with a little 70s and 80s. I don't know.
Speakers everywhere, and then it's broadcasting out of a golf cart so we could do interviews. It'd be kind of Bob Sadler all day long.
How fast can we get this going? Let's do it.
We can't do it. My specialty was create the biggest challenge possible the week before I left for Joe Nall. I did it every year.
We do that.
It's a recipe for mental destruction.
Oh, yeah.
The year that I put the picnic table on a trailer, that was all done like 4 days before I left.
Nice. You know who else is going to be at Joe Nall?
Who?
Tim King Jr.
All right.
Timmy C.
Tim posted in the Q&A section. By the way, anybody can go on and post in the Q&A section and ask a question of us on any topic you like. But he says hey to John, and he'll see us next week, baby.
Yeah, I just talked to him by email a couple days ago about the FPV course, and we're bringing down some gates and the timing system and a couple other cool things.
What timing system are we using? Is it an iLapse transponder thing?
I've got all transponders and everything to go on.
Well, I'll make sure I've got transponders. So I'll make sure to bring mine.
Okay, well, I've got like 10 or 12 that you just plug into a spare receiver channel.
We're bringing all our gates and all our feather flags. And I have more than a few feather flags.
And we're going to have an RCGroups FPV drone racing throwdown, baby.
And
Dude, it's
Ready-Made's
on.
coming down. They're bringing some LEDs and stuff. I think we're going to light up the gates in the ground and do some night.
Oh, this
Awesome.
is so going to be so exciting. I'm ready, ready, ready. See, this is the problem with not staying on the site. You get some of the nightlife, but eventually you got to leave and drive 30 minutes away. And heaven forbid you've had a couple of cocktails or whatever it is your, poison.
Well, that's what Jim I think likes about having me on trips.
That's
with him.
what I was going to say.
you got an already designated DD right there.
Yeah, buddy.
Don't eat at the Mexican restaurant at Seth. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Heard about that.
But this is going to be
or
fun.
apparently a Disney cruise. I just heard about like 150 people get sick.
Oh,
on
it's
Disney
another poop cruise?
cruise. Sounds like it.
Oh,
Well,
man. Those poop cruises are becoming all too common.
Their room was nearby. That's good. Hey,
Yeah, we're not
everyone.
too far away.
We just brought Joe Vermillion on. Mean Joe is a reviewer on RCGroups.com.
Yeah, he is Mean Joe Vermillion. I'm sure he's listening right now.
He was in the bar video from Seth.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Was he?
I
We're
called him
chanting-
Mean Joe.
Yeah.
Where did I get that?
Yeah, you said, hey, do you know Joe Vermillion? And I said, yeah, I see him on Facebook all the time. And then we started yelling Joe, and then we yelled Mean Joe, and he turned around.
There we go. That's how that happened. So, anyway, I'm sure he'll like that name.
He's very excited. He's got a quadcopter. He's got an East coming his way.
He does. He's going to be reviewing a couple of cool things coming up. And sky's the limit, man. Sky's the limit. So.
And speaking of cool things, see my box back here.
You know what? That is one of those surprising quads that it doesn't have to be like. Let me get you on the main screen here, Jim. Hold on. Let me present to everybody. There you go. That is a gorgeous little quad. I mean, yes, it's a little bit tall, but wow, man, she's smoking fast.
And it actually performs. So you see this aluminum piece that the LED is living in. It's actually called a bow design. So it goes all the way. Well, I'm presenting in reverse to myself here. So it goes all the way around into this carbon frame. So they're saying that is part of why it's so tough. And then these arms, man, check out those arms. I crashed.
So you crashed the heck out of it, didn't you?
So if you've watched my video, this is the F-120 from Walkera, and I just did a review, unboxing and flight video. But I crashed this hard over and over again. You can see it, and I haven't done anything to it since the crashes. So the question is, what did I do to it? I bent this prop right here.
Just bent it.
Right.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
That's it.
That's deformed. And you know what? It'll probably fly just as well.
I know. It's awesome. And then I'll show you one more cool thing. So Jason's concern was that the cover here would not protect that camera, but it did. And then the camera also is on a ratchet, so you can ratchet it up.
Oh, that's some high-speed flight right there. And there's your hover.
Yeah. It'd be cool if that was on a servo. And then cherry on the cake here. When you open up the package. So lately, all of these have been coming with this foam. So check this out, man.
Yeah.
Show my screen so I can see what I'm showing everybody. It's got the F-20 in the foam here glued in the top. And then you can carry everything in the case. So I was thinking about moving this foam to a different case, like a radio case or something that it might fit in, and then you could carry it all in there like that.
There you go.
Super
go.
badass.
I like it. I like it.
Did that come just as the frame, or was that a ready to fly?
RTF with a transmitter, on-screen display, camera, it all. And there's a full review on this in our FPV section on RC Groups, and 2 videos, and I talk about everything about it. And the crazy part is I usually let Jason do the test flying on these high performance, and he wasn't there yesterday, and it was blowing 14 miles an hour. And I put it in the air, flipped it into high rates, and did a flip and a roll, and I was like, I'm getting out the gates. And so, I don't know, Jason, you watched the video after I talked to you, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? Good representation of what it can do?
For Yeah, for that
Look,
level
you
of
see him
piloting.
hesitate. Just say yes. Just say it was the best video.
No, I want to know.
I loved it. I think you were kicking butt and taking names, and I'm not kissing your ass.
Should we shoot another high performance version of that video, Jason?
I just personally want to fly it. I don't care if we film it or not. I just want to see how well it does at speed, and controllability and the tune and all that stuff. Shooting skates, a little faster speeds. But that's all. You did well. I'm proud of you.
Do that tomorrow, and I will add that to the review about what Jason Cole says. ... We'll add that.
He's the speed demon. Jason Cole is the resident racer. So what he says.
I can go fast, but I've got a long way to go to catch up to the top guys. But I came in I was in the top 30 or something out of 81 pilots at the cave race. But
what you got there, Jim?
Oh, it's Jason's favorite company here, Vivid Aerial here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Local guys. We did swing by the shop. It was the first time I'd never been to Danielle's Hobby when it was Danielle's Hobby. I'd never been,
really?
as long as I've lived in Nashville, never went to the store. It's so far up north, it's way above Nashville. But,
did you read the thing where somebody was talking about Danielle's is closed and no one really liked the owner? Did you read that article?
I don't know what you're talking about, but that doesn't sound too legit.
They were like, he was super hard to get along with, and not many people understood Danielle. I think his daughter's name was Danielle. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah, so we stopped by the store, and I picked up the little Nano QX2.
Oh, cool, man! I like that. Here, hold on. Let me get you present screen. That's a little hot rod, isn't it?
So this is cool. So they did some different things from the first version. I had the first version as well. So they reversed the motors, made them, undermounted props to try to protect them a little bit better and allow you to bang up and hit the ceiling and keep flying. The camera is tiltable. Not a whole lot, but a little bit, so you can get going flying a little bit faster than before.
Is it 5.8?
It's 5.8. That's the best part, is now it's been upgraded from the old 10 milliwatt FPV transmitter
to 25.
To 25, so it really penetrates through walls. So the house we stayed at the cave, we did an Airbnb with our team from Nashville, and it was a 3-story house with a giant basement. And so we laid out a course with all kinds of workout equipment and a lawnmower and stuff. We were flying through all kinds of stuff. But I could sit in the living room in the middle floor, fly all the way upstairs, through all the rooms, go out, fly downstairs through the garage, and go anywhere in the house, and had a perfectly acceptable video feed from this. So that was pretty darn cool.
How much?
This is like $160. Find and fly.
What's the camera like? Is it handle low level better than the original?
It does. It's probably maybe marginally better. It's about the same. It transitions once you get into it, but if you're coming in from a light spot going in a dark room, it's real dark until you get in, and then it pops. But these landing gear feet tend to catch on things and sling up against the wall.
They look like little pieces of barbed wire.
Yeah, it'll grab the carpet. If you've got thick carpet, it'll grab and snug and flip you over.
Well,
so my plan is, I'm probably not going to be keeping this. I'm probably going to sell this. And then I don't know if I'll talk about what I'm going to have as a replacement, but it looks like I'm going to be getting a little tiny quad thing for review.
You can talk about it. Let's talk about it.
All right. So it's the
Inductrix.
It's the little. It's like a $59 bind and fly ducted fan, they call it. I don't know if it's really a ducted fan, but it's tiny, even smaller than this. Awesome little quad. It's really stable. It's smooth. I think it's got safe technology built in. But so what you do is what the guys have done, and they had one at the cave race, and it was awesome. You upgrade the motors to a little bit better motors. You upgrade the battery to like a 210 battery, and then you put the Quantum 25 milliwatt camera transmitter combo on top. You take the body off, you mount it on top with some tape and Velcro, some double sticky tape, and then you've got one mean indoor micro machine, and it was amazing. This guy was flying through the pits, under the tables, through people's legs, through people's arms, all around, flying it up against his face because it's got shrouds, because it's a ducted fan kind of quadcopter. So you can just run it into anything, where this guy's going to catch stuff and fall and get caught up on things. That one just kind of bounces off and keeps going. You're getting about 6 minutes of runtime on the little 210 milliamp hour battery pack. So it is awesome, and that's what I want. That's what I want this to be, and it's really not it. So I'm going to be probably selling this and going with that.
And
so
you're going to do the full build thread so we can all copy what you're doing?
Yeah, there's information out there, but I'm going to be doing a review on the copter stock, probably what they want, and then I will be doing the conversion over to making it the killer indoor FPV machine.
Now,
Lots of fun.
This thing, I broke it. That's why the camera's hanging off. But this is the Oversky Hermit. And, man, I don't know. I don't know if you can. Now, I don't know if this is an indoor quad like the Inductrix is.
Oh, yeah, I'd say it is.
But it's all brushless. And the only reason I killed it from a high-altitude crash, the designer actually wrote me to say, I can't believe you actually broke it.
Well,
Jeez.
you augured it in. They needed to bring in the NTSB for a post-crash analysis because you put it in hard, bud.
I have a full review on this. I actually really, really like this thing, so I ordered another one. And I'm not giving up on this. I'm actually going to pull it all the way apart and see if I jacked up a solder point somewhere or something, but I don't know.
That's probably one thing I'm looking forward to purchasing Joe Nall this year is a really small micro quad like that. Decent vendor sell.
They're so much fun, and the thing that got me about the Hermit was how well it flew. I thought, that I took it out to the field just to see how far out the 300 milliwatt transmitter would go, because I didn't think it would go that far. And it had the best video transmission of any craft I've taken out to our airfield. And it was flying like a champ, and it was like almost raining, so the weather was not nice.
That's awesome.
Matt Gunn, what about you, man? We're kind of sharing stuff here. You got anything to share?
Dude, you want me to do a live unboxing from UPS?
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
I got something here. Let's see if
looks
I can...
like Nikolai wants to buy my Nano QX2. That's awesome.
It looks like Nikolai said there's a slight
What's up, Nick?
possibility he'll show up at Nall on Saturday.
There you go. I can bring it with me if you want to buy it. We'll do a deal.
Well, you're not going to be there. What Saturday's he talking? I hope not the last Saturday. If it's the first Saturday, then none of us will be there. I don't know.
And if it's the last Saturday, we'll be rolling out.
Yeah,
I know,
it's kind
right?
of the end of it. Friday's the last day. If you can get there Friday, do it.
All right, so I'm going to present here. So I got this today from Microraptor. Now, Microraptor is a branch of Fuerte cases, and last year I did a review of the Microraptor case for my Inspire 1. So I got this today from them. And Jim, I think you're going to dig it. This is our live unboxing. I just got this a little bit ago.
Also, side note, they also call me Mr. Fuerte at the Mexican restaurant, so that's weird.
All right, guys. So this right here is a case. It's a backpack, right? Now it comes in all sorts of colors. I think it comes in tan and olive drab and black. But the cool thing is that, we all have cases, right, for our 250s and stuff like that. But we don't have a lot of cases for all of our other stuff. So this is a head play and transmitter case with batteries. Look at that beauty. So you got your head plays that go in top. You got your universal style transmitter area right here for anything, and you got room for 10 1400 size lipos.
What's the retail on that, young lady?
So it's not cheap.
149.
Yes, it is $149.
That's why I should be on The Price is Right. That's
so,
awesome.
but it also, you've got so much more in here. So let me show you. You've got these two cases, these two zip areas here. You've got multiple external zippers on the outside.
So you strap your quad to the outside, and all
yes,
your electronics on the inside.
You've got side zippers. You've got there is room all over this thing. Yes, there's your 4 straps for your quad, so you can strap your quad to the outside. Cool case, man. I really dig these guys. Fuerte Cases makes this. This is their sister company, Microraptor, and they make all sorts of cool cases for quads and stuff. Now they've got cases that fit specific styles, such as the ZMR 250, a couple of QAV, the whole QAV lineup, all of them. They've got them for the Horizon Hobby and Hobbico birds as well. So pretty cool, man. I'm digging it. Just got this in today. So nice.
Awesome.
That's Micro Raptor.
Well, first of all, that's awesome, and I can't believe I haven't heard of it yet.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna. You put out that one. I'm gonna put out this one, and I'm also gonna try a little technology on you. So text me if this doesn't work.
Okay.
You see it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me share it. Let me present so everybody can see you. There you go. Yeah, it's working.
We can no longer hear you though.
We can no longer hear Jim T. Graham.
Wait.
There he is.
Okay, so you can't hear the audio in the video, eh?
Now we can hear you.
I can hear you.
But not my audio in the video?
No.
Okay,
No.
I won't show you the whole thing, but I'll just show you a little bit. So
Maybe you can just ad-lib over it right now.
yeah, that's what I'm going to do. This is the backpack from Rise. Rise is a Hobbico division. And so it has the straps and the nice mesh on the back. It has a handle for when you need to go into Toledo trade show and you're carrying this with you. I have a surprise when I open it up. And side pockets for your water or, your gloves perhaps. And
Racing
then on the
gloves.
Yeah. I've been looking at some good gloves from Magpool. But
oh, now we're talking.
they're not cheap either. So when you open up the top, this is kind of for props or, I don't know, some pens, your cell phone, whatever. And then we'll finish up here in just 1 second. We'll open it up and show you the heart of the bag.
There's the slot for your bourbon.
Flask. Do not drink an FPV, people. It's illegal.
Don't drink and drone.
We kid.
FAA rules. So the cool part about this bag is it
one
has...
hand in that thing, man, like a boss.
It has straps in the bottom to hold your skids on whatever you're putting in there. And then all these little individual side pockets are Velcroed in so you can move them around. So here I'm saying, is strap works, you can unplug it and plug it back in. It's awesome. And then you have these sidebars. And so I can carry transmitter, I can carry my antennas and my cables. And then I'm going to fast forward to show you what I really use it for. Oh, it's got little pouches. You can put LiPos in there, your ID, your FAA card.
You can throws it off to the side.
But I can fit two head play goggles in this thing.
Fast forward to the awesome part. You have 2 sets of head plays, you dirty son of a gun. That's
unfortunately only one of them works now. So
what'd you do?
I'm gonna hit pause. So this is Rise. It's from Hobbico. Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, I think I have a spare main logic board for a head play. If that's
I really think it's the LCD screen because everything, but I'll give it a shot. We were at Seth, and I was using those goggles, and remember, Jason, we plugged in that cable, and it came on and off and on and off and on and off?
Yeah, remember I told you it was the wiring?
Yeah.
Did you ever go in there and look at it?
But I put on the good one to test it because it works on my other set. And maybe we smoked the LCD screen with the bad cable.
I don't know. It's possible. Might need some minor surgery.
Yeah. It's upsetting, though, to have a full set of goggles I've used 3 times and it doesn't work. But
well, I like that. I like that Rise. Rise up!
And I haven't done it yet, but today, this will be the last video review I'm going to do. I'm going to do a full review on that with links and pictures, and I'll talk about it and throw it on RCGroups. And then I'm going to start packing for Joe Nall, and that'll be that.
There you go.
So let's feature John. Can you present John, Matt?
On it. All right, Johnny boy. And he's live. Tell us everything. Start from the beginning.
Let's see. I was born up.
Where were you born, John?
Oh, man. My dad was Air Force, so I was born in Homestead Air Force Base.
He was born in a small town.
Were you ever at Perrin Air Force Base? In Texas? No?
No. That's I recall anyway.
So I know I'm not going to say anything that will get you in trouble, but I know that you have something that you'll be releasing in the future.
That's correct.
You talked about maybe hinting about it.
Yeah, so I got the okay from the boss to go ahead and announce that we've got a new flight controller coming out. It's going to be the Micro Vector.
Micro Vector, you heard it first right here.
Micro Vector.
Yeah.
So let's talk about why the Vector's awesome. The Vector's,
Oh my God, where to begin? Go, Jim.
it's easy to set up. It does everything that you need it to. On-screen display. You can throw in a pivot tube, which you pretty much always need unless you're on a quad.
Called Pitot tube, man. Come on.
Pitot, come on, if you gotta get it right, bro.
I'm from France. I call it pivot.
Le Pitot.
So the Vector
Hey,
is...
you got to be brought in the good English there.
Yeah, brought it up. I would say my favorite, and I can say this without reluctance, that my number one flight board is the Vector.
Oh, always, dude. It is such a killer controller. It's robust. It controls well. It doesn't have a single bad habit that I can. I mean, granted, there's always going to be people that say, "Well, I don't like the way that." You know what? Forget them. The thing is, the bees need.
And I've used other flight boards. I've actually smoked servos by overpowering them from the wrong ports and stuff like that, and that is not something I have to worry about with the Vector.
Yeah, that was one of the main design concerns when he was designing it, or when it was being designed, was let's, we're going to try to think of everything you can possibly connect wrong and try to put in a fail-safe for that. Not saying you can't do it, but it's difficult. So we tried to get it set up so it's bulletproof.
So tell us about it. Tell us about the mini or micro?
Micro and or the UV, as we've been calling it in-house, and I think that might end up sticking as well. Yeah, it's a heck of a board. It has all the features that the Vector does, other than no audio, because it's mainly designed for small quads and stuff. So no audio. Doesn't have the ability for an RPM sensor or an external temperature sensor. However, it has every other feature of the Vector, including the color OSD, and a couple other really, really cool new features. You'll be able to turn the transmitter and camera on and off remotely, either by condition or do it manually with your transmitter. So,
and then we also have virtual FPV gates. And
it does the sky gates as well. It does waypoints. It's
return to home, all that good stuff.
that.
One thing that I would be excited about is this is my wing.
Yes, buddy. Let me share this real quick. Let me get on here. Go ahead, Jim.
So we took this to Seth with us, and we were flying through the trees, through the pine trees, whacking into them. I don't know if you can see where I hit trees, but this thing doesn't care. But what it does do is it's not extremely stable due to the fact that it's a wing. So I'm really having a dream that the Micro Vector will stabilize my wing. Do you think that's going to happen?
All I can say about that is make sure you come by our booth at Joe Nall.
Yeah.
That wing looks a little bit large, is all I can say about that.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so we're going to we'll actually have a couple of the pre-production units there on a couple different crafts. We're going to have one or two of our beta testers there really putting it through the paces. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised when you come out. And one thing that I really like is one that we've got to set up on, that whole FAA registration 250 gram limit is not an issue with this thing.
Good.
Micro Vector on and all the features. You don't have to worry about.
Matt, show your little wing. Everybody out there's seen it, but is it around?
Dude, I gotta glue it back together.
Show them your wing now, man.
Oh, we're going there? Okay,
Yeah.
hold on.
So John, since you did just say this on here, does that mean that we could put a story up on this now, or are we still waiting for Joe Nall?
Yeah, come by the booth at Joe Nall. I'll let you get some pictures and some photos and some hard specs on it about that.
Okay, I'll hang tight on that.
All right, here we go. I'm embarrassed to say this, but okay, so here's what happened. So I was shooting a opening in a cyclone fence at wide open, which was about 49, 50 miles an hour, and I'm straight and level, and I'm shooting this. I didn't have a gate to shoot, so I'm like, well, there's a cyclone fence, a chain link fence, and there's an opening in the chain link fence, but it wasn't a full swing open gate. It was literally about this wide, and so I tried to shoot between it, and I hit the pole head on, and here's what happened to my poor wing.
Oh, yeah.
You
I
did it
mean,
backwards?
look at this. No, look,
It
it
was
hit. Look at the
velocity.
spars. Like it ripped it right. So here's where it hit.
Dang,
Right
dude.
here. I went, "Yeah," boom, and hit it right here. Video stayed on. Everything stayed on. Everything's still connected. Just the wing's broken. So I tucked my tail between my legs and brought it home, and it's actually an easy fix. I mean, if I can get these, if I can get these stinking spars right here, ding, 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 right there, ding.
Are you gonna rebuild this before Nall? Because it'd be
Oh
cool
yeah, dude, it can be done in just a few minutes. I
if
mean,
we both
literally.
had our wings at the FPV course.
There we go. Okay, look, ready?
Get some foam tack adhesive.
Here we go, and look.
Hey, if you're not crashing a EPP wing like that, you're not having any fun.
All right, guys, I'm back together.
Yeah, all your
See.
shame is gone.
All my shame, and the motor mount goes right on here like that. So we're good. I just gotta glue it. But
Yep.
I'm embarrassed. But this would be a great wing for the Micro Vector.
Now,
That wing looks very, very familiar, Zolly.
Yeah, Bubba.
where's the EagleTree booth going to be? Where will people be able to check it out?
Well, I think we're going to be in the same location on Vendor Row. You know, they've redone that, but we're on Vendor Row. I think we're going to be in approximately the same location. I requested it, which was kind of halfway down on the right.
Yep.
But we've actually got one of our main engineers coming in from Washington State. Is going to be there with me, and we're probably going to put up a "Come see us at the FPV line" sign around lunchtime every day and
Cool.
run operations out of there. We're going to be getting some flying in and meeting the guys down there flying and having fun on the course.
Now, the noon times are at lunch, or are they at 1 o'clock? They're at 1.
I don't know.
The demo show starts at noon usually.
Yeah,
The noontime demo?
do it after the demo then,
Yeah.
because we'll never be able to make it if you're at the demo.
No, we're going to be there. Like, when I say we're going to put up a sign at noon and go down there, we'll be there the rest of the day.
I got you.
So let me ask you. I know you're not. Just say I'm not at liberty to discuss this if you can't. But as far is it going to have a case or not?
It's going to be both. It's the standard. What is it? 30 by 30 form factor. Is that what the most common is right now?
For the flight controllers?
Yeah. So you can mount it just on standoffs if you like, or you can case it.
Cool. Oh,
Well,
man, I'm super stoked, especially for fixed wing. I really want to stick this on my Banshee. I want to stick this on this wing here. I want to tame this wing because, like Jim said, if Jim's is bigger than my wing, if Jim's wing is a rocking mess, imagine what mine is. I mean, if you don't fly this wing in a vacuum, it buffets you all over the place.
Especially in a turn, it feels like it's trying to skate around that corner.
Well, I would just be flying along, and all of a sudden it is in a 45-degree turn, and I'm like, oh, and I have to pull it back level because it's slightly top heavy because of all of the stuff sitting on top of it. So.
Well, I'll say we do have one on that frame, and I actually have the battery mounted underneath, so that helps. But I will say the first flight with the Micro Vector was a very windy day. All stock settings, launched it in 3D mode. It immediately climbed out perfectly. I didn't add any trim. It just happened to be good with that. And on the first flight, I was doing loiter and waypoint. Absolutely no trim on it. And it was really, really windy. I was kind of surprised. I'm like, is it not windy up there and windy down here? So I turned stabilization off, and it was definitely windy up there. It just does an excellent job at keeping that nice and flat.
Nice.
I'm curious about the price point. What we'll be able to get something.
I don't even have any info on that yet. Again, we're still working on prototype boards right now, so we don't have an ETA. And last time we even said we tried to name a season for the release date. We got hammered for it when people were looking at the moon and the stars, saying, "Well, technically in this part of the world, it's now this season. Why haven't they released?" So we will announce it when we have the info, but I don't have anything.
Yeah, the RC community is a fickle woman, isn't she?
They want it.
You better not say that something's going to come out and miss that date. Oh gosh, I've been on the receiving end of that before.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to get it out as soon as we can. All the testing is going great. I don't think there's going to be many, if any, more changes on the hardware. But like I said, we've got some beta testers really hammering it. One of them will be at Joe Nall. Luke Sewing is one of our big beta testers. And he can fly a quad like nobody's business, man. He's going to find a flaw in it. It will be him. So.
Yeah. Well, if it's anything like the full-size Vector for me, I will probably end up with 3 of them at least, because I have a Vector on so many different aircraft, and I could put 2 more on other stuff. So yeah,
Can you
this thing's gonna
imagine
be sweet.
hitting loiter on that little wing and
Oh God, yeah.
a return to home? It's crazy.
Yep.
That's gonna be slick. I will take this little Minim micro OSD right off of there because it has some voltage woes that I don't like. It doesn't accurately read voltage, but it's gonna rock, man. So congratulations on on filling this void in the market of a micro full capability flight controller.
Yeah, our engineers are unbelievable how they can get the sizes down on stuff. And since we've created the Vector 3 or 4 years ago, the development cycle of hardware has changed so much since then. So we've already done a hardware rev on this with new stuff that's come out since we started doing this. So it's going to have the latest and greatest of every bit of hardware on it, within reason. And it's definitely a lot more. It's geared a lot more towards the micro quads and the super high performance quads that need that nth degree of controllability and stability. So it's pretty amazing.
Cool. Hey, you remember a long time ago when people used to give EagleTree crap because of the old school system you had that had all the wiring and stuff like that on it?
Pro and E-Logger, yeah.
Look at you now. You guys have the market cornered, honestly. So I feel bad for all those people that gave you guys crap because they probably all have your product now.
Well, it's funny because for every guy, I mean, we still have the discussions online now where somebody says, well, can't you offer several variations of that one thing like the power sensor unit and like have 3 different versions for different things. And so and for everyone that wants that, somebody wants, it integrated into it so you don't even have a separate piece. So it's kind of hard to, please the whole group. We shoot for the middle to try to get as many people as possible and give them what they want.
Good deal. Hey, we got a question or a statement from Luke Seawing. He said, "Hey, you all. This is Luke. I gotta say, I just flew the what did he say?
The VU, which is I just read about this morning.
The UV. He meant UV today out of an awesome location in Charlotte, and it did awesome.
Yep, he's our beta tester, man. He's putting it through its paces.
No, right on. Well, I'm glad he's watching the show. Heck yeah.
Yeah, he can finally mention it because that's what we've been threatening him.
Yeah, I'm sure, man. You guys have been chomping.
Pullers if he says anything to anybody. But yeah, he's going to be at Joe Nall as well. He's going to burn it up.
Awesome.
Luke, all I have to say is lucky.
Seriously, what a bum. No fair. Well, we'll have one soon enough next year.
Hey, everybody listening to this video, hopefully before Joe Nall, we have many shirts. Well, you can't see them, but there's some shirts behind me, and they're RC Group shirts, and this year they're not dark blue, they're not light blue, they're medium blue, and we will be giving these out on the electric line from our golf carts, not from a single location, and we need, how about now, to pick a time to do that. We're going to be at the FG, will be for Flying Giants on the 3D line at 11 a.m. on Thursday, giving out shirts from the Extreme Flight tent. We have a lot of shirts, so if you want an FG shirt, meet us there. But we also have a lot of RC Group shirts. So, gentlemen, we know the noontime demos are at noon, and we know we'll be giving out FG shirts at 11. What time should we give out the RC Group shirts?
What about Friday at 11?
No, that's too late in the week. Half the people are leaving,
Nah, nobody leaves till after Friday.
I think we give these out on Thursday, too. We either give them out before FG or we give them out after the demo on that day. And I say before.
I say right on.
10 o'clock on the electric line. Yes?
Well, that's assuming we get there in time, because we're going to be probably at the hotel room Wednesday morning uploading videos and photos and stories from the hotel Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Well, I'll be on the ground, so maybe I can.
No.
It's going to take a team of people.
You're gonna need Ashley.
10 will probably work.
You
10
need
o'clock.
Colton Clark.
We're going to put Colton Clark to work, yeah.
He
Got
has
to earn
to
his
work.
nap.
He needs somewhere to sleep, so we're going to give him a job, and in turn, he's going to have a free golf cart to sleep in. But that's it.
Hey, tell him he can make a few extra bucks if he gives me his text. I'll text him to come give us a ride around. Give us a ride out to the FPV course.
There you go.
We're not going to give him the keys.
No.
Oh, just going to let him sleep in it.
Yeah, he can nap in it.
When it's nearby him.
Hey, where are you guys putting up your RV while you're there?
Wait, we still haven't come to the conclusion on the shirts. I think Friday is a good idea, Jason. I just think it's too late. How about we do it on Wednesday?
I like Wednesday. Wednesday's right in the middle.
Wednesday at 11 a.m. on the electric line. We have all our golf carts driving the front of the electric line, and you will see us handing out shirts.
Okay.
And we'll be getting in front of, we're flying on the outside of the pilot's line, so we'll get in front of everybody's face while they're flying, and they'll be like, hey, get it! And we'll throw a shirt at them while they're flying.
You get a shirt, and you get a shirt, and you get a shirt.
Everybody gets a shirt. We have the shirts.
Hold on.
Do it, Jim.
We have the shirts.
I can't. This is just out of control. Where does one acquire that voice box?
You have to be like a guitar guy.
Now that one I hate. Jim, have you ever heard that thing live? Because that's the worst.
I haven't heard that before, Matt.
Oh God, you're killing me.
My connection's getting a little weak over
There
here.
you go. Do that one. That's
Okay.
your call in an airstrike. 14 clicks south of the.
Let's verbalize this one more time. Wednesday, 11 a.m. Electric line. I don't know what I sound like, so I'm not sure how funny it actually is. But approach the golf carts. Don't wait for us to get to you. You come to us. That way, it's first come, first serve. Get what you get.
It's like feeding fish from those little 25-cent things, and you drop it down, and the fish are just fighting all over each other to get the food.
Hey,
That's what it's going to be like.
that reminds me of a story. I was at a petting zoo as a small 11-year-old child with my brother who was 8, and he came up to my mother and he said, "Hey, could I have a dime?" And my mom fronts my brother a dime, and then when
He's cracking up.
when he comes back, he's got green saliva spit stuff coming out.
No, he didn't eat it.
And in his hands are Purina pellets for like goats. Hey man, what are you eating? And he said, "I don't know, but it's those candy machines over there." And he was eating goat pellets, monkey chow, or
Is
something.
that what happened?
Goat chow.
Oats. Those are goat oats.
That's bad, man.
I
That's
once
bad.
when he was a baby, I caught him. He had half a cockroach in his hand, and he was chewing on something.
Oh,
Yeah, I ate a cockroach.
dude. Hey, Tim King Jr. says, don't forget the poor flight line boss who can't make it to either of the shirt giveaways.
Oh. Cry face emoji.
You know what, Tim? We don't usually reserve shirts for people, so we won't be. It's his own fault for not being on the show.
Tim, go to John's booth at EagleTree, and he will front you something. Hey, while we're talking, Thomas at MKS is having a servo contest, and I feel like I'm on a radio show, and now we're giving things, we're trying to sell something, but we're not.
The Ronco 4000.
Hold on.
We should do a contest at Joe Nall where everybody has to come and put their hands on the EagleTree Mini Vector, and whoever can hold on to it the longest wins it.
Dude, you want to talk about leaving
That is
people
not a
there for...
contest. Make sure we get that out later. That's not.
from MKS FM radio.
That was bad.
Okay, good. Actually, what's happening is Thomas at MKS has strategically placed MKS stickers at the Chief Aircraft booth. Where's that, Jim? Let me look. It's on the main flight line. And it's usually in all those tents. They're changing things this year, but my assumption is it's where they are every year. What could I win? Or what do you have to do is the question. You have to take that sticker and stick it on something you own. Stick it on something that won't get anyone in trouble, like your rudder, your transmitter, your head, your girlfriend's arm, you know, things like that. Then you stick that in a thread on Flying Giants.
You own your girlfriend's arm?
No. Matt Gunn is jumping to conclusions here. And you can win a set of HV 1220s or giving away 2 sets of HV 777s. And all these servos are like $89 and $100 a piece. So that's like
a lot of money in servos. That's a really great contest.
And so you might say, hey, why are y'all having this contest? Well, Thomas came up to me and said...
He said, Jim, I'd like to get a contest going. What can we do?
We make Matt do that because he's the only one who can do that accent. What kind of accent is it?
I cannot do the accent, and he's going to punch me in the face.
Is Thomas from Australia or England? Australia?
I thought he was from Australia.
I do not know.
We'll ask him.
I wonder if he's a Kiwi. Oh, he's gonna. If he's not, man, I'm in.
Now he will hit you because I know they're sensitive about that.
I know. That's right. I'm gonna take it. I'm just gonna say, just hit me, bro.
I can't believe that you would do an accent like that, Matt Gunn.
You put me up to this. You told me if I didn't do it.
I know. The problem with our crew, our editors and team, is that we never have any fun. We need to really lighten up.
Yeah, buddy. Anyway, so he came to you and said, let's do the contest, and you said, bro, I've been waiting for you forever to ask me that.
I forget whose idea this was.
It was his.
It was his idea to have the contest, but he said, I think it was my idea for the stickers.
Yeah, probably.
It was, yeah. And then I said, do you have stickers? And he said, I have so many stickers. So that's how we...
That's about right.
Also, as long as we're doling it out, we might as well keep doing it. I flew big at Joe Nall 2016. Kim from Horizon, as you may or may not know, Kim will be at the booth. She'll be the very lovely and nice lady there with blonde hair. And Kim and I and Jason all worked together in the oldest of RC days, before 3D was really even a glimmer in Kike Somanzini's eyes.
That's a long time ago.
It is. Kike and I talked about that the other day, and we might want to talk about that later. But they're having a deal where you go to their booth and you can, I guess you just sign a piece of paper. I don't know what you do. And you get to fly one of their giant scale airplanes on a buddy box.
I'm going to do that because I want to. I really want to fly some of the bigger planes that they have. I wonder if the extra is going to be out there.
People are asking about that, so we don't know.
Hey, you know what, Jim? I'm going to stop you because you did not finish the MKS contest. What do they do when they get the sticker and stick it on something?
You stick it on something, take a picture with your phone, and upload it to the thread. And there's a bunch of FG-related threads to this on the front page of Flying Giants. So find that little news article and stick your picture in there, and you're entered to win. And we will be giving out a set of servos to the most creative.
Wow. Too bad we can't enter, because I could think of some creative places.
You can enter. You just can't win.
Yeah, I know.
And then I want to say also, I mean, I'm on a I feel like I'm typing up an email here, which I will be doing tomorrow. Everyone's going to get an email from me. Flying Giants event coverage is sponsored by Extreme Flight at Extreme Flight RC. Thanks to Chris, Ben, everyone out there. And then RCGroups event coverage is sponsored by ZB at Esprit, and we will be in the evenings. Jason Cole and I are at some point in the day flying our amazingly awesome paraglider paramotors from ZB, which most people haven't seen before. So if you see a wing in the air that looks like a real human is piloting it, it's not. It's a model. So come hang out.
I'm trying to tell people it's kind of semi-formal in the evening times, like, you know, the last couple hours of the day before the sun goes down. left-hand side of the electric line is where I'm going to kind of be posted up flying paragliders and DLGs. So come on out and enjoy.
Have you FPV'd one of those yet?
I did. I actually did HD FPV on one of my paragliders with the Connex system, and it wasn't as cool as I kind of thought it was going to be because there's too much movement of the power pod. It's kind of waggling. It's moving around. It's not like a fun perspective to sit and be in.
Hey, but none of us have this, but it's too cool not to mention. And we have time. The new Quantum Fact Shark Genesis goggles that we all will own.
Yeah, baby.
Jason, you want to talk about that since you're the one that shared it with us?
Yeah, so I mean, especially after being at the big cave race and seeing some of the top guys and everybody out there, it's like the Fat Sharks kind of dominate the field for FPV racing right now. And I've got head plays. I saw quite a few other head plays, but a lot of the racers don't like the head plays because A, they probably think it looks dorky, and B, they think the field of view is too big, the screen is too large. You have to look around with your eyes and find the screen, and they like the smaller field of view. I think the Fat Sharks are too small a field of view. It makes it really hard to see stuff. It's just tiny. Yeah. It's not a very good experience for me. So what these are is kind of an in-between. So where the head plays are 7-inch screen, the new Quantum Genesis is a 5.5-inch screen. So you're going from like a 72-degree field of view to a 48 or 39 even, depending on the 16:9 or 4:3 ratio that you select, and you can pick both. But it's got a diversity built-in 5.8 race band capable receiver. It's got an HDMI port.
Dual diversity.
It is it's an HDMI capable high resolution. It's actually a 720p HD monitor inside, so it's a really high quality display with good optics for the magnification. And so it's going to work with the new Connex HD FPV system when that comes out, which we'll have more info and be able to create our news story that's going to be hard to do on our trip to Joe Nall next week. They're making the announcement on Tuesday, the day we will be traveling. And if I'm going to be driving a RV and you're driving a truck, it's going to be awful hard to get a story out. But maybe Matt Gunn can do that from the show because he's already going to be there.
I think so. Hey, let me share screen real quick, and I can show what these goggles look like while you're talking.
Another plus.
Can you guys see them right now?
Yeah.
Hey, can you go into edit and then make that main image bigger? That's what I'm doing right now.
Huh? Oh yeah, you just want to see it?
Yeah. Hit edit.
Here we go.
And then click on it.
So the other thing that I really like, seemingly, they basically Quantum partnered with Fat Shark. So there's some Fat Shark. You can see it on the headband. It's got their logo. I don't know what else is Fat Shark that's been integrated in. Maybe the systems and stuff. Yeah. So what I kind of dislike a little bit. Here's my. Well, you can't really see because you're watching that. But I've got the DIY set of Quantums with the the new version.
Okay.
And it's really nice. It's great. I've got that receiver. Diversity receiver is awesome. But this doesn't fit my head very well, so it's not as comfortable as the head plays. It's just partially that foam insert design and making it fit my head just doesn't really fit me perfectly, but it's acceptable. But the new Genesis looks like it's more styled like the head plays with the top part that's going to come over and rest on your forehead, and it looks like it's going to fit your face better and be a lot more comfortable than the DIY version. So excited about it.
It looks like that HDMI plug is actually somewhere where it doesn't take you 20 minutes to get the plug in the hole.
True that.
And I guess that's USB next to it. So I like the fact those are actually external and not moderately internal.
Yeah, so aside from it still being a big box on your face, which guys may not like looks-wise, I don't really care. I'm about the experience and getting the best out of it. High-resolution, awesome display, diversity receiver for analog 5.8, HDMI for the new generation of HD FPV that's coming, and the only thing it's missing for me is a DVR. So if they could throw everything but the kitchen sink in there, we'd get a DVR, and it'd literally be about the perfect set of video goggles for what
I'm looking for. Anything about the lenses? What the lenses are going to be like?
No, what do they say? They say it's a binocular magnification something or others. 2.5 times binocular magnification lens. It doesn't go into Fresnel or whatever the type is, but
I swapped out my hip plate lens, the same one Jim has there with the Rojo's lens or whatever. And it's a huge difference. I hope they have good optics.
Well, I plan on just putting my RHOs in these. One way or another, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Hey, you want to check out something else real quick? A new product?
Yeah, man. It's
Did you guys hear about the new float plane from E-Flight? Yay,
The
nay?
Tundra?
I saw it come through, but
The Tundra.
Oh, wait, no.
No, it's not the Tundra. It is the sharing screen. Timber. Can you guys see my screen?
Timber.
Look at this. Am I on present right now?
No, but you're about to be.
I'm about to be. All right, go ahead and present me.
There you go.
Check it out, y'all. The E-Flight Timber Bind and Fly Basic with floats, $249. Pre-order now. Look at this little guy. Pretty legit looking machine. I think it builds on the craze right now of high wing foamy float planes, right?
Big flaps and all
Look
that
at that.
jazz.
Yeah, this thing's pretty legit. Oh, look at these Tundras. Whoa.
It's got sprung gear and everything.
Look at that.
Sprung.
Let's do a 360 view of it. Here we go.
There you go. Yeah, it's definitely like an Easy Cub Tundra type airplane, you know. It's super popular.
You ever wonder where they grab their IN numbers from?
I'm
November
sure
950 Mike Alpha. So if you were to go in the IN number registry and look that up, that's probably some Turbo Commander or some random plane. But they grab their IN number.
I bet it means something. There was the one that said Noel that had NOLL in it for Frank.
Yeah, there's
cool.
a little Easter eggs in these things sometimes. It's fun.
Hey, how much is that Dudenheimer? Oh, you already said.
$249.99 pre-order right now.
And what's
Come with the floats?
Comes with the floats, yeah.
Awesome.
Wingspan?
Wingspan 1.5 meters for all us Americans out there.
60 inches.
That's 60 inches.
Wow, that thing's gigantic.
No, I mean, yeah, well, it is. It's the size of my DLG.
Yeah.
It's a 61-inch wingspan. It takes a 3S 2200, so no shortage of those. It's seafoam.
yeah.
Hey, I heard America was switching over to metric soon.
Hey, you know what? This isn't April Fool's. All right, I'm gonna stop presenting
Hey,
that.
I got a float plane I just finished. You might want to.
Yeah, I saw that on the table earlier.
Yeah.
Is that from Scott?
This is from Model Aero, I guess.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Scott. Yeah.
Well,
So I saw a
Aero
guy
stuff.
walking around with one of these at Toledo, and I went over to his booth and said, "Hey, give me one," and he was out, so I had to order one when I got back. But this is it uses Beast or any of the other small E-Flight
Bricks.
running gear. Yeah, and this I got a full-size Guardian stabilizer in it
Nice.
with the
Figures.
battery. Yeah, with the battery and everything, it's about 120 grams. Ready to
Killer,
fly.
man. Those things are so much fun off the water.
Yeah, I've got a larger one up there that I flew FPV, but this one's gonna get.
You're bringing
farther
that for the
to
lake, right, at Nall?
Oh yeah, of course. Hopefully
Awesome.
it doesn't leak. Yeah, that's
That's
cool.
cool. That's cool.
Everything I'm shooting for now is under 250 grams.
You know, we talked about instead of having an RV for Joe Nall, is having a houseboat on the lake.
Can you
Delivery
imagine
charge.
pulling up and then all of a sudden just backing a trailer down into the lake? And we got like 4 people on either side. Come on back, back it up. And
Could you imagine
Get
sitting on
gently
the deck
rocked to
though at
sleep.
night with all the planes flying around you like fireflies?
Talk about waking up, man. You'd be up at 6.
Would be so fun.
Speaking of gyros, I'm wearing my Bavarian Demon shirt here.
Oh, yeah, man.
And I have Bavarian Demon, a big 60-inch profile 3D plane. And Jason and I ran into a guy at CEF. And I was flying at my event. And so the Demon, I'd mounted on the wings so as not to be a poser. So it's kind of like putting it on the, I'm cheating and I'm admitting it.
It's not, I see where you're coming with that, but I think
He's standing behind me. He's at all these events. He's standing behind me, though, watching me fly, and he hadn't said a word. And I'm like going, I'm doing all kinds of stuff I shouldn't be able to do, you know. And when I landed, he sees that Bavarian Demon on the wing, and he started cussing me. He's like, I wondered how you got so good. You went from just being a pilot to being awesome in like a year, and now I know why. And I told Jason this was in September a year ago, and we saw him on the flight line at Seth, and he was still giving me lip about being a gyro pilot.
Hey, it's that gyro guy. Where are you going, city boy?
Some airplanes need a gyro. They don't just want it; they need it.
Speaking of, right there, the Rockstar. I put the Bavarian Demon in it, and I can high alpha that thing around at 3 feet off the ground, just making rudder turns, and it'll hover like indefinitely. It still is a hands-on machine. Like, I don't use the hover mode at all. I just use the stabilize mode, and it just keeps it from wing rocking, because in a hover or high alpha, that plane will get really bad wing rock, and I can't stop it. I mean, it like starts going, I start overcorrecting it, so it really benefited from having the Bavarian Demon.
My little PK Extra's got a gyro in it, from the Aura.
Hey, we're not ashamed. We don't live by that mantra.
It's just how it is now.
Seth flew a gyro in a competition one time.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of the earliest days of gyros, but we're past all that now. And when Seth was flying in the noontime demo, I mean, if that's what that guy flies, I certainly am not too good to run one of those in some of my airplanes.
Actually, this is probably why we have too many planes now.
Yeah,
gyro, nothing's crashing anymore. The only way I'm crashing mine is if I trip walking up the stairs and I smash it.
That's
or
how I
try to go through a fence that the hole's not big enough.
Yeah, you guys shut up.
I always thought I'd move that Demon around to different stuff, but it flies so well on that one plane that I'm afraid to touch it and just leave it right there,
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? The last plane I crashed before I even made this, it got blown off the table by wind because it's so light, and it creased the stabilizer. But that's the last.
Yeah, that was like airframe totaled. Just go ahead and smash the rest of it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, guess what, guys?
Well, what do you got?
Man, you would think after doing all these podcasts we'd run out of things to talk about, but
I could go longer, but I just wanted to say that after lots of heartache and struggle, I finally got a good-looking, perfect snipe wing.
Man, you know what I like about that is that color. Like, that is it almost looks like a matte finish. It looks so good. It's kind of a satin finish to it.
Sexy, baby.
Yeah, man.
You're not going to have that at Nall, are you?
I will have this at Nall.
Yeah. Excellent. I just want to throw it. You can fly it.
Are you lefty?
He's going to let me throw it.
No, but I'll do it anyhow. I can turn it upside down and do it, right?
Oh, that's pretty good. You got some sort of you can set up some sort of launch switch for that, right? An inverted launch. That thing's hot to trot, man.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Well, everybody, the next time you see us, hopefully, we'll be on the grass at Joe Nall. And John, I appreciate you hanging out with us and putting up with us this week.
Oh, thanks for the invite, man.
And all of you guys out there, it's really awesome to be at a show, and it happened at Toledo NSF where people will come up and say, hey, we love the Hangout, and I watch it every week. And so that means a lot, because otherwise we're just talking to ourselves, which we'll do anyway. But it's awesomer because all of y'all are out there. Jason and Matt Gunn, I appreciate everything you do, and we will definitely be working hard this coming week. Joe Nall is fun, but it's also the hardest show, I think, except maybe for XFC for you, Matt.
XFC is from a coverage standpoint is a nightmare, but it's still all fun. It's still shooting model airplanes.
Living the dream.
Living the dream, doing the happy dance. Yeah, you got it, man.
All right. Jason, I wasn't going to tell anyone, but he's going out today to his barber, and he's getting the Joe Nall logo cut in his hair.
You keep going there.
Joe Nall logo right here.
Oh, that'd be so sweet. Get Terry on the back.
Uh-huh. There you go.
I got a haircut. I got my Joe Nall haircut. Ready?
Wow. Hoorah.
They call me Militant Matt.
I did not cut my hair. It's about this much longer than last year.
Did you guys see Lil Pete with his award?
Yeah.
What did he win for?
Pete Goldsmith.
Top Gun, baby.
And Pete
What?
Goldsmith. Talk
Congratulations, Pete.
Oh yeah, Pete won,
Good
but what
work,
about
man.
Lil Pete? What did Lil Pete win?
Well, he won Top Gun. Like they had like a replica award, and they posed him like Pete's photo, standing next to his airplane, holding up his award. They holding up his trophy, man. Had Lil Pete doing it.
We're about to see how good I am.
Find it.
How
Lil
good?
Pete.
How good is ya?
I'm pretty good usually.
He'll make you fly better.
He will, Bubba. I didn't know. I'm still shocked that that is a 60-inch wingspan plane. I thought it was much smaller. I think I'm gonna have to buy one.
I can't find Little Pete, but I did find
I'm
this.
gonna find it. I'm gonna find it.
You find that, I'm gonna find this.
Guys, the minutes are ticking away. Come on, find it.
Here it is. Here it is. I got it.
Hold
What
on.
do I have to do?
Look at that. That's nice. Look, it's almost the whole crew there. Colton
Oh, look at
Clark,
us.
Matt Gunn, the lovely Miss Ashley.
Jason,
All right.
you want me to share screen for you, or do you know how to do it?
I'm gonna hit share.
What? What are you gonna do?
And where was it? Where was it? Where was it? Right there. You see it?
Hold on, let me see. Wait a minute, I got.
It's Little Pete.
Lil Pete. And then you can see the there's real Pete. There's Big Pete holding his trophy.
If you don't know what Little Pete is, you need to check it out.
There's the
Google
real
it.
Pete.
Look at Lil Pete's ankle waders.
Those are nice boots. I dress like this on a daily basis. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm telling you, he looks like
He printed out that trophy. I thought that was a real trophy. It's a little piece of
Yeah,
paper.
it's a
he
cutout.
looks like Murdoch from the A-Team. I'm gonna just say that forever.
Very nice.
That's awesome. Congrats, Peter Goldsmith. Good
Hey.
work.
Talk about hard work, and that man is on the road all the time.
Tell me about it.
All right, everybody, you've been watching the RCGroups Hangout. Thanks for everyone that hangs out on the site, that hangs out on the Hangout, that goes to the shows and visits
Hangs
us.
out with us.
Yeah, goes to fires and hangs out with us. And be sure to Wednesday, what did I say, 11 o'clock?
You forgot already, man. You gotta write this down. Wednesday at 11.
I can reference the video, too.
And
But
then
Wednesday,
FG is Thursday
At
at
11.
11.
so be sure and meet us to get your shirts. First come, first serve. If you run out, we will feel sorry for you. Or if we run out and you don't get a shirt, we'll feel sorry for you. But we're bringing the most shirts in the history of ever to this show.
Yeah, we're bringing so many shirts that we will not accept any hate mail afterwards saying you didn't get a shirt.
And I'm not sure how we're going to put things we need in the truck other than shirts.
In every show we've been to so far together, somebody's bought an airplane every time. So
Did
we
he
need
say
to clear
bought?
out the
He said
space
bought.
for something. Did I say bought again?
Yeah.
No, you said Broughton the first time, and now it's not Broughton.
Somebody has bought and I
Boy,
remember that concept.
Wow, I thought that was a joke.
Win.
I thought it was.
Ah,
Ooh.
sweet
Someone has
potato.
purchased-
Oh, dang it. There's one
purchased
more
an
thing we have to
airplane.
talk about, and then we're gonna thank John and tell you where you can find him. Okay, there's a few things to know if you go to Joe Nall. I know you're gonna think I'm stupid, but it's true. And when you see it, you'll be like, oh, okay.
What?
So if you hear anybody, I'm not talking me or any of the guys on the screen, anybody say, woo, you must woo back. It's called wooing. And if you don't woo back, we'll tell you your wooer is broken, and you can get a wooer update.
You can't go, can you woo, woo, woo?
Now, another thing you might do is whoop-ah, and then you got to whoop-ah it back. And then finally, there's one, it's called the sweet pea, and that's kind of for your closest friends. You go, sweet pea.
Sweet
And,
You
potato.
should make that a requirement for getting a shirt, or after they receive the shirt.
Oh, my Lord, they might have to
Yeah.
woo to get a shirt. Talk
Yeah,
about
I
a
like
woo,
the woo. I don't think they should sweet pea or
Oh,
sweet
no.
potato.
a woo bonanza. To get a shirt, you wooed. John, we're doing it.
Awesome.
I
I'll be on the other side of the Joe Nall.
I have a
property.
feel-
We'll hear it.
Yeah, I have a feeling there'll be a lot of people walking up saying, "Can I have a shirt?" And we'll be like, "You gotta woo first," and then they're just gonna go, "Thanks." But they're gonna walk away, and then they're gonna get online and they're gonna say, "These buttholes tried to make me make noise to get a shirt."
You got to have spirit. Yes,
You
you
gotta
do.
have spirit. You gotta bring the vibe.
That's right. Well, we'll be bringing the vibe at Joe Nall, so we'll see y'all there. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'll say that one more time. John, they're going to find you on Vendor Row in the middle.
That's correct. About half of the day, and the latter half of the day into the evening, doing some night flying at the FPV port. course.
All right, be sure and visit John at EagleTree and all of the awesome vendors out there, and say thanks to Mr. Pat. Don't drop any trash on the ground. Don't drive on the damn wall. Don't go too fast, and by all means, keep control of your youngins. I'm kidding. Don't keep control of anything. Just have a good time. I'm Jim T. Graham with RC Groups, and I'm hitting the stop broadcast button right